So yeah, it's been a while. I figured I'd finally make a video, but here's the thing. I have this long list of topics of stuff that I was going to talk about throughout most of the month, but couldn't really decide on anything. So what I decided to do, I just went through a random name generator, and here's what I'm going to talk about today. Ultimate Spider-Man. Now, I want to just quickly say out first that I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man's cool. He's one of my, all-time favorite superheroes. God, it looks so weird, like, looking at the camera and also looking over here or whatever. Yeah, this is unscripted. What do we fucking do? I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man. Spectacular Spiderman is one of my all-time favorites TV shows. I used to watch it a lot when it was on Kids WB, and Kids WB is like, you're looking at the Kids WB kid here, so... I loved the heck out of Spectacular Spider-Man. It was great in terms of storytelling and characters and visuals. There was a great voice cast, like catchy as hell theme song. I loved it. Now, I remember a few years ago, I made a video giving my thoughts on like the Ultimate Spider-Man trailer, because I know that Spectacular Spider-Man got canceled and they had this new TV series coming out. So I decided, why not? Let's give my thoughts on just a trailer. And then I didn't watch it. So now we're on like Ultimate Spider-Man Season 3, and I'm like, okay, since I'm doing To Be Continued now, I might as well look at it. And what I was surprised is that I actually ended up watching all of Season 1 in about a few days, because I just got interested. So this takes care of the To Be Continued stuff, so now I can give my thoughts on Ultimate Spider-Man Season 1. Let's take a look. Greetings, every peoples. This is your cult of personality. ToonKriticY2K's name. Toon's in the name of my game. Oh god, this looks so weird. Yeah, I know. I'm sitting in a recliner downstairs. I kind of got like the whole house to myself. There's probably a bad echo. There's probably something with my mic over here. But let me fix that. There we go. Okay. Ultimate Spider-Man. Definitely wasn't what I was expecting. There's a lot of good points. There's like one or two bad points, so let's just get the good points out of the way. Okay, so in this series, Spider-Man has now been like a hero for a little bit of maybe about a year or so, and he is recruited by S.H.I.E.L.D. to become the Ultimate Spider-Man. Now, when I saw the first two episodes, I'm like, okay, this is Disney's way of saying, ooh, yeah, sorry, Spider-Man isn't in the Avengers, so we made a cartoon series where Spider-Man joins the Avengers. I hope you'll forgive us for that. And this series, from what I've seen in Season 1, is a crossover of a lot of familiar Marvel characters, including Wolverine, and a lot of the Avengers, which is Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, and Hulk, which is really cool. I don't know how they did it, but they managed to throw in so many characters and it works. So, let's see, where do I start? First off, the guy they got for Spider-Man. Now, when I first heard that Drake Bell, as in Drake from Drake and Josh, Drake Bell was going to be Spider-Man, I'm like, maybe it might work, because it's just the voice, and you can go off of the voice, I think. So... yeah, he's a good Spider-Man. I like him. He's not as great as like Josh Keaton's Spider-Man, but I'll take it. It's a good diet version of what we expected. I know that like Neil Patrick Harris voiced him at one point, and so did Quentin Flynn, I think. Spider-Man's had all sorts of voice actors, but everybody knows that Josh Keaton is probably the best one. That goes for the whole like voice cast of Ultimate Spider-Man as well. There's some really great choices there. Matt Lanter, Greg Sipes. They even got a few things from like I think Tom Kenny. They even got the same guy who voices J. Jonah Jameson in the actual Spider-Man movies to do J. Jonah Jameson, which I thought was great because that's what Spectacular Spider-Man didn't have. At least I think. I'm not sure. There's originality, I think, with the episodes. Like if you're a longtime Spider-Man fan, you'll know okay when's such and such going to show up. Who is going to be like doing this, but all the familiar Spider-Man villains are here. Doc Ock, Sandman, Venom, Green Goblin, of course. Venom and Green Goblin are the two big ones. And they set up Venom, like, right in the first few episodes. And I thought that's great, because Venom is the big baddie. Like, okay, Green Goblin is like the Joker to his Batman. But Venom is the Venom to Spider-Man. And when I say that, he's the big baddie. Like, you know, there's the boss, then there's the final boss. And it is really cool how they played it out. They took a different route. They didn't go with the Eddie Brock storyline. In fact, Eddie Brock is nowhere to be seen in this. Instead, it's Harry that gets the Venom part. And I thought that was really cool. We're not going with the alien symbiote. We're doing something a little different with Oscorp. And in terms of the Green Goblin himself, well, there was a really interesting turn with that. I liked it. There was just great ways that they can, like, you know, tie in, like, the classic Spider-Man villains, like the Sinister Six and all that. They only covered, like, a few of them, and I'm starting to watch Season 2 now. They're showing up, like, with more of the villains. I'm guessing they're building up for the Sinister Six and that. But it is really, really cool how they're doing this so far. Especially when I saw it, like, near the end, Venom and Green Goblin working together, like, I'm thinking to myself, okay, Spider-Man, you are screwed. It doesn't matter who you call in, you are screwed. I like the episodes where they throw in the Avengers, like when he has, like, the chance to team up with them. Like, Iron Man's is pretty cool. He becomes the Iron Spider, and he has, like, this Iron Man-style suit, and it was interesting. There's an episode with Loki where Thor gets turned into a frog, that's the other thing I should mention. There's a lot of comedy episodes in this. Like, right off the bat, like in the first 2 episodes, Spider-Man's a goofball. Okay? He's breaking the fourth wall more times than, like, Pinkie Pie is. Like, he stops the episode, everything goes to grainy, like, he, like, talks to you. And they didn't do that in Spectacular Spider-Man. They just said, here's Spider-Man, he does stuff. This is definitely, there's a Disney vibe to this, and of course it's on Disney. So, I don't have a problem with that. It's just, I guess this is one of the very small, minor things that I have a problem with the series, that I have a problem with a few other series, that the humor is a little hit and miss. Like, there's some jokes where you're like, haha, Spider-Man, I get it. But then there's a few jokes that you kind of just like, okay, back to the fighting, please. I think Spider-Man jokes around a little bit too much, but that's his character, though. And I think the way that he goofs around is, like I said, hit and miss. But that's not to say he overdoes it. He regulates it. So that's why I thought I wouldn't be able to get through it, because I'm like, oh God, how many, is he going to do this every 5 minutes? And he doesn't. He, backs it up with actual, Spider-Man goodness. One big thing that stands out for this series for me is the team dynamic that works with Spider-Man. He has to be the leader of a team, and that's something you have not really seen before in a Spider-Man series. He has to work with a bunch of other rookie superheroes, and they form their own team, and they form a good friendship. So it's not only focusing on Spider-Man, but it's exploring a different aspect of his character, where he has to be a leader of a team. And usually you just see him as a follower, but here he's actually in charge. And he's dealing with S.H.I.E.L.D., and he's dealing with all this other stuff. So it shows a fresh new twist on Spider-Man that I'm glad that this series decided to go through. You got Luke Cage, you got Nova, you have Black Cat, wow. White Tiger, and you have Iron Fist. And those are 4 really good characters right there. All 5 of them work together. They get great character development as they all seem to progress along at the same time. That's a good thing also. The writing is really good so far as well. They keep building things up as it goes along. You want to see what happens next. You want to see how things spiral down between Harry and Norman, because you know that one of them is the Goblin and one of them is Venom, and it's only going to take a matter of time before they just, beat each other up. Now, to wrap this up, the only other complaint I have, there's no theme song. Yeah, there's no Spider-Man theme song. The only intro we get is about 10 seconds, and it shows the Marvel logo, then it shows Ultimate Spider-Man, then Spider-Man does his web thingy, and then just yanks away the title. The only kind of theme song you really get is at the end of the credits, and that's just a really basic guitar, instrumental. Now, Spectacular Spider-Man had a theme song. Like, living on the edge, fighting crimes, being webs, you know, that stuff. That's catchy. I remember that. But Ultimate Spider-Man does not. And I'm confused as to why there is no theme song for Ultimate Spider-Man. Which is why, whenever the intro comes up, I just pause it, play Spectacular Spiderman, and then bam. This is Spectacular Spiderman 2.0. You know, I'm not really complaining that much. I mean, it'd be nice if they got an Ultimate Spider-Man theme song, but I just don't get why there isn't one. Other than that, I obviously give this series a continue. This was... Season 1 is a great start so far. It is an interesting contrast between the seriousness of Spectacular Spider-Man and the goofiness of Ultimate Spider-Man. I think Nostalgia Critic brought it up best when he said that, like, you know, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, they're playing two different sides of Spider-Man. If you put them together, you get a near-complete experience. So, I would go so far as to say that that basically applies to Ultimate and Spectacular. Together, both of them work off of one another. You can watch both, and you get two different sides of Spider-Man. And together, it forms a near 100% completion of what Spider-Man should be. At least it's doing a little bit better than Amazing Spider-Man 2. That was... I'll get back to that. But, yeah, I really like Season 1. I'm already watching Season 2 as we speak, and I hope to catch up to Season 3, because I hear there's some interesting stuff happening in Season 3. And I'm surprised that this series is going a lot longer than Spectacular Spider-Man did. Now, that series was cut short. I like what they're trying to do with Ultimate Spider-Man. I think they're trying to put Spider-Man back into the light where he is supposed to be. And, yeah, if we ever get to have Spider-Man show up in, you know... in the actual Avengers, that'd be great. It needs to happen. If we can get Spider-Man and Wolverine and Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers in one movie, everybody's happy. Except all the people that are doing all the business behind the scenes, because they're not going to be the ones very happy.